Oh my goodness, I got a hot one on the ultralight and a little Clio. Oh goodness. No, wasn't ready. Oh my.
Well, everybody, the night we've all been waiting for is finally here. Right at the end of the video is the fall merch drop. And right behind me is every single one of the limited edition lures that is going to be available to you guys right at the end of this video. But you're not going to get a sneak peek until the end. So sit back, enjoy, and we'll see you after. Kayaks are loaded. Truck's got rods. I got my good friend Robert Field, who you all know.
Ready to do it?
We are here at one of our brand new sponsors here at Addicted Fishing. Welcome back, everybody, to another Addicted Fishing episode. Today we are taking my man Robert kayak fishing, which is his specialty, but we had to stop first at our favorite place in the world, Next Adventure, because they got something for us to take to the river today. Hello, brother.
Hey,
how are you?
Good to see you again.
What's this, guys? Someone's going fishing.
Yeah.
All right, so we stopped in here today, guys, to borrow a kayak from them, and it's pretty freaking cool the way this place works. This is their paddle sports center. I've done quite a few videos already here at Next Adventure on the Stay Fishy channel, so if you haven't seen that, go over and check it out. But this is our first debut for the Addicted channel, and I tell you what, this is the authority in the Pacific Northwest for any sort of river gear. This place has absolutely everything you could imagine, and that's why I was personally so excited to get sponsored by these guys, and because I grew up in this area. I've been coming to this store and hanging out at this place for my whole life. This is probably the place that I bought my first life jacket and everything else along down the lines, which is an honor. Again, Next Adventure, thank you so much for sponsoring us here at Addicted Fishing. But I just want to do a little walkthrough and show you guys just about everything that's here. So I know we're all fishermen watching this mostly, but they have all the whitewater kayaks you can ever want. They got the coolers, they got dry suits, they got pack rafts, they have clothing. And that's the crazy part about here. They have absolutely everything you're ever gonna need to get started or to come in and buy if you're already an avid fisherman in a kayak. But so we got all of our fishing kayaks over here. We got all the NRS raft stuff. We got obviously all the fishing setups. We got river couches. I tell you, it's honestly a really, really, really cool place to even just come spend the day walking around and putting together a wish list. These guys that work down here, they're all avid fishermen. They're all like to kayak, and they're people that you can ask a question to, and they're going to know about it. It's not like going to a big corporate out at sporting goods store where you go in there and you say, well, what's going to work best for this kind of river or this place I want to go? These guys will know what you're talking about. They're going to know where you're talking about, and they're going to help you best get to what you actually need to go out there and be successful and have fun. So, Next Adventure, everybody. Paddle Sports Center, Portland, Oregon. Next thing is, get this kayak loaded, let's get to the river. All right, kayak's on. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
You guys want to ever get down here?
Have a good trip.
Yeah, if you ever want to come down and check out kayaks and stuff, these guys are amazing. We're going to be doing a lot more videos here, but it's time to go fishing. Let's go. Okay, so we finally made it to the river. Been a lot of running around, a lot of rigmaroles, if you will, throughout the day, but we got our kayaks, we met up with Lucas Holmgren, and we are at the river, finally. We didn't put in where I was originally wanting to because we realized the gate closes at the boat launch at 8 o'clock, and we're gonna fish this into dark. The goal today is to find whatever bites, coho, steelhead, chinook, whatever happens, but we need to get to these areas first, and then we'll start fishing, and hopefully we'll get some fish. Cross your fingers. Okay, we have arrived. We are finally to our destination, and what I did here is I basically came up river far enough to get into an area that those fish will kind of get terminal, where they'll get far enough up in the river that they get uncomfortable. They don't want to go any further, and they're going to start milling around. Because where we're at here is a tidal area, so these fish come in here because the water's cold. They do that in a lot of different tributaries of the Columbia, and this is an area that I'm familiar with that actually these things will stop. They'll stop and start milling around in a circle. We have a real shallow part of the river up above, so they won't go much further than that because they get nervous. They start seeing all the cars and the people and everything and throwing stuff at them. So this area here is a good spot. It's about 10 feet deep. So I've made the all call, everybody stop, everybody get rigged up. And the name of the game today, everyone, is gonna be wigglers. I have 3 of my favorites here. I don't know, butt pirate. We're gonna go with the old one, old school. Old blue, Miss America. I can't remember what it is. It's the BW, where's it? BW06. 006. But we're gonna pretty much go with wigglers today. I fished this river yesterday for a little bit with a buddy of mine and with Phil. Everybody knows Phil. and we used bait the whole time. The river was 3 degrees colder, or 3 degrees warmer rather, and I didn't catch a damn thing on bait, and everybody around us caught fish on wigglers. So Brad's Wigglers, if you guys don't know what those are, they're one of our longest standing sponsors. They're one of the best ways to catch salmon, steelhead, and trout, and that's what we're going to focus with today. All 3 of us have Wigglers on. We're going to cast them like heck. We're going to see what comes out of it. So let's get rigged up. Off comes the old trusty spinner. See you later. We'll revisit you later, buddy. On with the BW06, the 006. Forgot 007 at home. Looks good to me. Everybody, I don't know if we've done any addictive videos with Minster yet, but this is the Minster. She's called Minnie the Menace, his tiny daughter. She's the cuteness, patootiness, rootness in the West Coast, and we love her very much. Oh, he's got one, he's got one! Oh, it came off. It came off. Sweet, he got one. Robert, looks like a jack or a big cutthroat, but nonetheless, I haven't even got my stuff in the water and we already got fish on, so fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed that we are here at the right time, in the right place, and we're gonna nail some fish! Okay, so I didn't really show it, but I made a couple of casts with the Wiggler, and I'm losing patience. I'm gonna pull a pretty poachy move here. As we all know, if you guys know, Lucas Holmgren is a good friend of ours, helps out a lot here at Addicted, but he is a quirky guy, we'll say the least. But today he showed up with a trout rod and a broken rod. So I gave him one of mine, but I'm gonna do a pretty poachy move here. I'm going over to him and I'm gonna take my bobber rod back because I have some really killer eggs in my box, and these fish are rolling and they're not biting. So I'm gonna put some eggs on, but he has my rod, so I mean, kind of feel bad, and no I don't. Hey, I just wanted to come and like talk to you about something real quick, you know? It's okay, just stay there, just stay there. Stay there. Yeah, you're doing a great job, dude. Awesome. Way to go. Okay, everybody, I got my bait, I got my bobber, got my eggs, got a little pink bead on there. We got just enough current to actually stay right here and let my bobber float. I would prefer the bobber and jig and twiddle for this kind of water, but whatever. I just want to get something else in there. There's fish rolling all over the place, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so I just went up to check on Lucas. I got about another 100 yards from him, and I hear fish, 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 fish. He's yelling at me. Oh, shut up. We don't have one. Lucas does. He's got one on. We're headed back up to try to help him net it. Let's hope he can get it in.
Guys, I was telling Robert that these fish, when they roll on the surface, they bite, and oh my goodness, I got a hot one on the ultralight and a little Clio. Oh goodness.
Okay, I'm currently the only one with a net. Okay, point up river and stay in the same position. I'm gonna come next to you and anchor up. Hold on to my kayak, and then if you can, and we'll try to stay real close to each other. Okay, stay right there. Just stay, point up river straight. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, it's gonna be a delicate operation, everyone. Very delicate operation. I'm gonna try to stand up and land this thing. Okay, go ahead and give it a reel. Grab my kayak, and then pull his head to me. No, 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 wasn't ready, wasn't ready. Okay, grab us, grab us, grab us. Yeah, as soon as he comes out from this and turns his head to us, let's get him. Okay, right up to me. Right up to me. Make sure we'll get his head on the surface before I scoop. I scooped too early last time. Nice job, Lucas. Nice job, Lucas. Got him! We got him, buddy! That's a nice fish, buddy, and it's a keeper. He came off in the net. He came off in the net, everyone. He got that on a tiny little Clio, everybody. Acme Tackle, one of our awesome sponsors. Wow. Okay, let's get the little Clio out.
All right.
Let's get the little Clio out of the mix. I'm gonna put this thing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, we're good. Come on, guy, help me. Help me, fish. Help me. All I got is a fist, so that's what I'm gonna use.
Yep.
I'm gonna put Lucas's prize catch right there. Oh my God, he almost got out of that hole. There's a hole.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna have to remember that. Good thing he got such a chunky one.
In the bucket.
Lay him flat.
Yeah. Get it. That's why you bring Gorilla Hands Carnegie with you. Good job, man.
Yeah, party kids, party kids. Look at that, everybody. This is what he used. This is what Lucas was using.
That's a 1/6.
It's a tiny little spoon. With all the jet skis, all the boats, all the people fishing for them. This is what they revert to. They use these, or they end up starting to hit these little tiny things. And let's show them what you caught that on, please.
Absolutely. This right here, it's actually nice. This when you go with like a lighter rod, the salmon almost don't know they're hooked. This is just a little Okuma Guide Select like ultralight. That's like a trout rod, right?
It is.
And man, that handled it great. This was just so cool. First
What
salmon
a
in the
chromer.
pond.
What a chrome. Dude, good job on the teamwork getting the landing.
Heck yeah, amazing that job, man.
Now what do we, hold on. I'm panicking, everybody. What do we do? Let's see. We got, sorry,
right.
Next adventure, we're gonna get your kayak bloody. We'll get it bloody. Okay, so we're gonna be extra cautious here. We do not want this thing leaving our possession because Mr. Lucas just got his first fish ever from a kayak. Her first salmon ever. I'm gonna double knot, maybe triple. Yeah, I'm gonna go triple. Why not? Get it? Okay, I'm gonna take the net from you.
Oh, that's brilliant, Jordan.
I'm gonna dip the net. That's what we do when we catch fish. We dip, we dip, we dip. Set this over the side of Lucas's boat. Want to make sure to cut these gills right away. Make sure this thing gets nice and bled out. There we go. Okay, should do the trick. Wow.
Great
Nice
birthday
job.
present. Thanks, Jordan.
Let's see your birthday today?
Tomorrow.
Oh, good, close enough.
Close enough.
Well, goodness gracious. Happy birthday, everybody, to Lucas. And he's got a dead fish under his boat right there.
That's amazing.
Actually, you know what? We never did. Hold it up. Give me a nice pose.
Yeah.
Just gonna have some fresh eggs for you. Look at that.
There we go.
Nice Abram coho from Kayak. Don't get much better. Whew, that was exciting, everybody. I'd like to say I was shaking, but I'm not. That was really cool. Let me see. Are you shaking?
I was.
Let me see your hands.
Let's see. I'm always shaking.
Exactly.
But yeah.
That's why I asked you.
I am.
Okay, let's go check on our compadre. Let's see if he got one yet. We might be putting on some more little Cleos. Honey to a man named Curtis Lowe. Lucas, you look so majestic in the sun's, honestly, the unreal sunset. Look at that.
Oh wow.
What's this?
This is nice. Some bait enhancer.
An enhancer.
Someone sent these in to the addicted office. So
Enhancement. All right, everybody. Lucas has saved the whole thing so far. I haven't filmed a ton as we've been going through this because I've been really focusing on trying to get a fish. We don't have a camera guy with us today. We're doing some self-filming. Don't have a chest camera. There's a lot of things going on here, okay? Very diverse. What would you say? We got a lot of hurdles to jump over here.
One of the hurdles being that you've got a motor and I don't.
Dude, look at you motor then though.
I take off downriver and then you guys didn't bother to tell me that you're up here. So
It was a last minute decision, you know how it goes.
Working.
Yeah, the Subarus. I thought they were Lamborghinis. So we got outgoing tide, everybody. The fishing, the fish actually start really moving into these freshwater streams when there is some sort of tide going out in the current. They can smell their home waters. They're actually obviously migrating back into their home rivers. So we're gonna give it one last hurrah. The fingers are crossed. If homeboy up there doesn't necessarily get a fish, it's going to be a little bit tougher. If Robert doesn't get one, it's going to be kind of hard for him to get a full video. We have Lucas's success on our side, but let's try one last time, everybody. Cross our fingers. Hope for the best. So I have made the decision to revert to the jig and twiddle. We got the pink steelhead jig. This guy's a sleeper. It's a technique that I have to give credit to Big Dave and Popov. Give credit where credit's due. Big Dave and Popov taught us this one. And it's kind of a dummied down process of what originally the idea was. But usually they use big marabou jigs, but as time has gone on, they've started using these steelhead jigs that we have from Addicted. So, and last year, I will say last fall, it really did save my season. There was days that I was out guiding and stuff that fishing was really, really tough. And using this exact setup really saved my bones, if you will, because we ended up getting a lot of fish on it. So I'm gonna put it here, I'm gonna throw it in, and hope for the best. We got a spinner behind us. Lucas has a wiggler on, and that's all we can do. We're gonna fish till sunset and hopefully bring you guys one extra fish here. Okay, I can't take it anymore. Jig and twiddle is getting too boring. We're passing up a lot of water. We're losing the light. So that being the case, we need to make sure we're using the most of our time. I'm going back to the wiggler. Going back to the wiggler. I got the old butt pirate on there, or double trouble, I think they call it. Sticking with it. Like a double trouble. right, personally, I think this one's a little bit too dark. No mini. No mini baby. I'm gonna go with the BW71. BW71. This is gonna get it done. I think with the low light, that orange clear bill is gonna work a little bit better. It's already a good lure to begin with, but I call this one Fire Tiger, but some call it 71. Hi, baby. Oh my God, you're so cute. Guys, look how cute she is. Look how cute she is. I love you, Minnie. But hold on, let's not forget about how cute this guy is. Look at him. Look at that cute guy. Cute guy. Cute guy. Okay. Come on, kids. Come on, man. Come on, Minnie. Get my seat all wet. It's gonna be a freaking show if we get a real big one with that net. All right, everybody. Round 2. We left last night with our tail between our legs, and Robert really, he's not gotten a salmon from his kayak yet in the Pacific Northwest or ever. So he couldn't let Lucas beat him. We're out here for round 2. We're gonna give it heck. We're completely changing scenes, we're changing places, and we're gonna do our best to get him that fish this afternoon. Conditions are perfect. There's a lot of people landing fish out here around us. Let's get out there. Okay, we're going 360 mode today, guys. Got my little 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 spinner. Got my stuff wrapped around the tip of my rod, of course. The only way we start around here is messed up. And there are fish getting caught everywhere. There's a fish on right in front of us. Leader looks good, mine looks good. We look good. Rule number 1. Okay, be sure to zero out your line counter when you go to start. Okay, 16 ounces. Go about to 4, it's about 30 feet deep right here. I've fished this a million times. It's about 35 feet deep. They just hooked up behind us, so. That's my new pup. That's Little's baby. Yeah, we sure are. We're trying to get this guy the first kayak fish. We got some fellow anglers over here, some homies. That is a chromer. That's what we're looking for, everybody. Let's be more like them. Yeah. She sure is a good kid, man. Oh, we're awesome. She's a great daddy. Yeah, right? That's blowing me away how well she's doing. Just got thrown right in the mix. You got one. That's it. He's on. The man's on. Yep, to the side, brother. To the side. Lost it. Lost it. Dang it. It's all good. It's gonna happen again. Robert lost his fish. It's okay. That's a good thing. It's a good thing he hooked it, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Got him. Fish, everyone, fish. The best I can do for camera angle. Oh, he's ripping. Keep pressure on him. Trying to tip me over. Oh yeah. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, you go all the way to that weight. Oh, almost. Almost. Come on. Almost. Oh, no. Got him. Got him. All right. Oh boy, he was almost gone. He almost wasn't mine. Thing just about came off. What a rush. We should probably use the bonker. My man over here got himself a bonker from the shore because I recommended it, and we better use it. Why not? Yeah, too much. It's little. That's what we call teamwork. There's our addicted bonker. The addicted bonker. Beautiful fish, not a spot on it.
Beauty,
Nice hatchery
man.
fish too. Nice.
It's dinner there.
Sweet. All right. My second, well, I think this is my second keeper salmon ever from the kayak. So very, very proud and stoked about that. I got to thank my good buddy, 𝗛𝗪𝗥𝗗, who hooked up the lure that I used. I saw him pulling out of the boat ramp with his limited fish as we were coming in. I called him, held him down, said, hey bro, I need you. I need you. All my fishing gear is in Chile. So he pulled over for me, gave me a good lure. Thank you, Tim. You made this happen. And that's also what Robert has on his line too. So thanks, Tim, for making this episode. Gotta give the shout out to the homies. We're gonna take this fish back. I'm gonna get this thing tagged, get it on ice. Woo! Hooking up behind us. I'm gonna go back here, get this thing on ice, get the fish tagged, and I'm gonna start helping my man here. Got another fish on to our left. Good friend of ours, a big 𝗑𝗔𝗏 fan. Oh, they got it. It's almost to the net. It's almost to the net. Got it. Oh, almost got him. Stay, kid, stay. Nice job, guys. Phew. Success. Oh, yeah. Okay, we have made it back home, and I thought there was no better way to show Robert how to enjoy these salmon that we have out here in the Pacific Northwest, especially his first one ever with the bobber, and doing it on a smoked recipe. I would say everybody in the Pacific Northwest has their claim to fame and think their smoked salmon is the best, but I am one of those people. I think mine is the best too, so here's my recipe. What we're gonna do here, I like to kind of quarter up my salmon. Put these pieces here. One that is special above all is the belly, so I'm gonna take knife like that, take a perfect slice of that belly, these individual little cubes. So what I'm gonna do first, it's kind of my little secret, Worcestershire sauce. Make sure to shake that stuff up. I'm gonna give it a nice little coating. One thing I want to stress here, what I always do, and sometimes I mess it myself, is put the liquid on first. So I'm gonna do that and a little bit of soy sauce. Not very much soy sauce, as you just saw. You can use teriyaki sauce, you can use, it's like Yoshida's, you can use pretty much anything that you want for this part of the recipe, for that liquid part. There's kind of a choice between the two different kind of brines, a wet brine or a dry brine. I kind of do one right in the middle, it's a moist brine. Okay, now believe it or not, we're already halfway there. What I was getting at with saying the wet and dry brine was that this one is kind of in between. So I want to put the wetness on first, so that when I put these seasonings on and these salts that you're gonna see next, it doesn't wash it all off. Put the seasonings on first and then dump that Worcestershire on. It's just gonna wash all your salt and seasoning off. So I'm gonna go a little bit of canning salt or kosher salt or sea salt. I mean, whatever you got access to. I wouldn't go break the bank on getting the fancy salt for this.
But that is pickling and canning salt.
That's pickling and canning salt. We're gonna go a little bit of the 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏. Should have it here around Christmas time. Now I have a little Sitka spruce smoked sea salt. And last but not least, we're gonna go a little bit of brown sugar.
Brown sugar, a little sweetness.
Yep. Each little piece, nice little coating. And that's pretty much it. Normally, if I was gonna do this whole process, we're doing a pretty small batch here, mainly just for an example for you guys. So normally if this was a full batch of the smoked fish, I'd pull it out of the freezer, or I'd have a whole, a whole cooler full of fish that I'm gonna be using here. I wanna make sure that it gets nice and mixed up, make sure I have a good coating. Let this sit out on the counter for about an hour. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge about another hour or so. After that, I'm gonna flip this stuff over. So I'm gonna flip this up, flesh down, skin up. I'm gonna let all that meat and everything soak in that brine until we're ready to put it on the smoker. Surprise for you.
Oh.
Handiwork turned out.
Oh yeah. It looked good when I left. It smelled fantastic. Oh snap. Smoked salmon on the go.
Just for you, my friend.
Try a little piece of this. Did you try it?
Absolutely delicious. That recipe never fails.
Oh man. So good. Hippie cowboy.
Hippie cowboy. A little bit of
Fantastic.
Worcestershire and a little bit of love. Goes a long way. All right, well, everybody, I had so much fun with Robert. Thanks so much for being here, buddy. And everybody who's watching from Field Trips, thank you so much for coming over and enjoying this amazing adventure and the addictive videos as well. So until next time, everybody, you all stay fishy. We'll see you out there. Boing, tent pole. You guys, I have never seen us come out with so many lures on a drop. So I'm gonna go through some of the newest additions that we have to this line and then go down the table and show you everything that's gonna be available to you in just a few minutes. So the first ones that we have here are the Castmasters. We have never done custom Castmasters before. Acme Tackle is one of our proud sponsors, but these guys are a step out of the ordinary. And we really have to thank all of our painters for coming through in the clutch, taking the time to get all these painted and really coming out with some amazing colors. I think you could say without any doubt that each one of these is gonna be absolute fire for catching trout. We have these lighter colors for those bright days. We have these darker color Michael Jacksons. We have a spin on some old classics. And of course, this one I have to say is probably my favorite. We got that pink dot with some sparkle and some chartreuse and green. And then you go on down here, we got the old Denver, Colorado. And this one, this is runner up for my favorite. This is the Mexican hat here. 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 𝗪𝗛𝗍. Now over to the spoons. This is a really cool addition to our line. This is something that we have never done before and it turned out great. We got this beautiful one here. This is gonna be an absolute salmon killer. Going down to this next one, we have the nuclear Michael Jackson. Why has it taken so long to get a color like that? I don't know. This guy right here should be a Chinook killer of all things. The Chinook love that bright color, and especially with that little pink addition here. And then the Bumble Wild to really throw their heads for a spin. Really has a great contrast. Those spots on top are super fishy. Now moving over to the Bronco, and I think this one is gonna be a steelhead killer. It's got that really great contrast of that nice peachy color white with the blue dot. And then obviously, once again, why is it taking so long to make this one? We got the Mexican hat spoon. Absolute 𝗪𝗑𝗪𝗔 𝗪𝗛𝗍. Now onto the product that really pulls on my heartstrings, and that's our new spinners. These things are gonna be absolute killers, and I love the color patterns. We got the Dizzy Devil. These bodies are something that we've been working on for quite some time. They're proprietary to these style of spinners. Marlon's been working on it for a long time. It's got a great hydrodynamic sort of shape to it. We got that little hoochie on the end, which is gonna work awesome for getting those salmon to bite. And of course, the beautiful blades. And onto the Wadowski. This one is gonna absolutely turn some heads under the water. I'd say this is a good all-around spinner. It's gonna go good for steelhead, it's gonna get those coho to bite, and it's also gonna entice those Chinook. I love the greens with the contrast of the red. I think all around it's gonna be a banger. And then the one I bet sells out first, the old Blaze. This is kind of a Michael Jackson pattern, which is unique to be able to have that hoochie on there. That's an old school secret to add that thing to the back of that. But I think that color contrast is just fantastic. We got a good heavy blade, nice body, and that hoochie back there just wiggling them in. Now getting really down and dirty with our bigger, heavier Chinook spinners. These things for coho and Chinook are gonna really be effective. We have some incredible colors on these. We got this dark nickel blade, the pink and the chartreuse. Really a nice contrast for chasing down those finicky coho, as well as those big Chinook. In the more clear water or really any sort of perfect condition, that spinner is gonna catch fish. And the green Venom, the old school killer. This color contrast with this size of body really is kind of the first spinner that you'll go to in any situation. That green, that nice vibrant kind of nuclear color is very enticing to the fish. I love that spinner. Ooh, and again, probably my favorite. We got the black sparkle body, we got the nickel blade, and we got the pink hoochie. This is really a great go-to for a very first cast into a hole. This is a color contrast and a style of spinner that has been very effective for years. I think this one might be my favorite. And onto the Rizzler. This is a really great kind of triple contrast sort of presentation. That blade that's gonna cause that vibration. We got that nice bitey color on that body that I'm colorblind, but looks like green to me. And then the pink body. So that blade isn't gonna show up as much in the water as that body and that hoochie will. So that is a great presentation. It gives a totally different look to the fish, something that they're not gonna see very often, and I think it's gonna catch them. Now, probably one of our biggest announcements, something I'm very excited about, our first ever drop of trout spinners. We have a few different colors here. I love the body style, great weight to those things. The nice part about these things is you can hook them a mile. Now this one is a super low intimidating presentation. This is called Blue Magoo. We have that nice blue hint to it. That thing's gonna catch fish. Ooh, the Nighthawk. For your deeper holes, for your structure, for the spots that you really want to get down and get in front of those fish, that is going to be a very good spinner. You have that nice contrast with the silver. You got the black tip on it. Very fishy. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Obviously my favorite, this one's going in my pocket as well, but this is an old school Michael Jackson pattern with that nice heavy body. I like that a lot. It's hard to find a trout spinner this size that has the kind of weight this does. Normally you'd have to get like a number 2 blue fox to get down to this sort of profile, but this is heavy. It's got the great little colored tip on there. Nice bright chartreuse with that dark profile. My favorite. And the block lava. This thing speaks for itself. And now to make this even easier on you guys to decide, we have these little combo packs of these. They come in a nice little box. You can put some other spinners in there with you. You guys know throughout all the tutorials how I talk about having things to switch to by a good combination of spinners. And here it is right here, all packaged up for you, ready to go. All right, now onto the wiggly things and some of the best colors I think we've come out with. This is gonna have to go in my pants pocket because this is too big to go in the breast pocket. But the Smackdown KF14. This is kind of a spin-off of an old school pattern, one that is in everybody's box, but I like the excess of spots on that thing, and I love that contrast of that silver and that nice bright green. So fishy. And the Cold Killer, another spin-off of a very classic color that has always caught fish over the years. I love those eyes on the bottom there. It's gonna stare right into the hearts of the fish. I think having that black tip on the end there is a very good combo to the different colors that are on this thing. We got the pink tiger stripes, a nice scale pattern. All in all, a perfect plug. Way to go, boys. Now on to our mag lips. These are the 3.5 size in some of the nicest colors I've ever seen. That guy is gonna kill every species in the river. That's a good steelhead plug, that's a good salmon plug, and all species of salmon. Really like that pink tip with that green body. Again, whatever angle the fish is gonna see that plug from, it's gonna wanna eat it. Another great spin-off of the classic color. This is like your Dr. Death on steroids. We have that nice orange butt, those very, very well-placed spots, and that, again, very classic, very effective Dr. Death sort of color on the body. It's got the black nose on there for a little bit smaller profile on your clear water days or your sunnier days. And the Viper. Anybody who wears pit vipers should probably fish this plug. And the Wiggler. Never, ever can go wrong with wigglers, and I love having a good combination of styles. You know, wigglers are very, very popular in the fall time, and so you're gonna see a lot of people out there throwing the typical classic colors, and you know what, the fish kind of get tired of them, so I love what we've done with these. These spots on this add a really great addition to color. You got that pink nose, silver body, and those black and chartreuse spots. That's a good, good plug. The Green Goblin. Really great for your silty water or dirtier water days. I think this plug's gonna do very well later in the fall as those B-run fish start to show up, or when you finally get some rain and get those good conditions. But I really, really like this one. Sexy. Another spin-off of the Dr. Death color, which is probably one of the most effective plugs ever. I love the combination of those spots. That erratic color, I think it's gonna have a really good profile as it's wiggling through the water. A great all-around wiggler for any kind of water condition or any style of salmon. And you know we had to throw a Magnum in the box. We got the Coho Candy Magnum Wiggler. Now any spot you guys are fishing that's gonna be over about 10 feet deep, this is the go-to lure. A lot of these do dive down to about 12 feet, but this thing really gets down there, and it gets down there quick. This is gonna be able to be seen from a mile away by these fish. I love those spots on the side. That chartreuse nose is really gonna get their attention. And remember, every single one of these lures, through all the plug sizes, all are numbered right there on the bottom, so you know which one you got. And the wee wigglers. I love these things. These are a really, really great trout lure. I think they work really well in some of the rivers for the salmon and coho. When you get those finicky fish and you have those lower water conditions, it's got that big bill on it. These are an old time favorite with an entirely different twist. Super fishy. And now the Bloody Bling. That thing's selling out in 3 seconds. Super fishy. Again, kind of a spin-off or a mix of 2 different styles of these Brad's super baits that are some of the most effective ones. So combining them together, a match made in heaven. And Crazy Train. I'm running off the rails. That's for sure. And to tie it all together, we have our trolling spinner blades. These things I think are gonna sell themselves. Obvious good colors. These are guide secret colors, ones that people are probably using out there in the river, smashing as we speak. So these things are gonna catch fish. Thank you so much to all of our partners that help us come out with these lines and the guys here at Addicted that make all this happen. We got Steelhead Slammer, North Fork Lures, R&B Lures, Oz Custom Lures, North Wild Outdoors, and Crackle Customs for all the amazing paint jobs on these lures. And another quick round of shout outs to our artists on all the apparel. We got Ty Hallock, Aaron Shine, and Matt Renner, and here's a quick look at all their work right now. The drop starts right after this.